Maria!
Please, Shadow. I need your help. Everyone's fate depends on you.
Maria! Maria.
Shadow, look! Up there!
Huh? What is that?
Once every 50 years, that black comet passes by this planet. Oh, do you think those black creatures are somehow connected with that comet?
Black comet.
Shadow, what's wrong?
I think you're right. I feel it. They're up there. That's where the answers are. I've got to get to that comet.
Welcome to part 22. We are now at Final Haunt, the final level of the Pure Hero Pathway, the last of the Stage 6s. So yeah.
I can feel them. They're everywhere.
Well, Shadow, looks like we've reached the climax of this little game. Time to make the big boss man responsible for this invasion step up and play.
Activate the shields and defend our comet.
The big boss is inside.
You gotta love how Sonic is constantly breaking the fourth wall in this level, by the way. We've reached the end. We've reached the climax of our little game. We gotta defeat the big boss inside.
There are aliens
And what the hell was up with that cutscene before this one? Oh wow, it's the Black Comet. It passes by this planet every 50 years. It's just Sonic just starts bursting out into laughter. And now Shadow can apparently feel the aliens. Just out of nowhere. Starts getting like a migraine. I feel them. They're up there. Because all these alien creatures are symbiotically linked, and maybe Shadow feels them too, because I don't know. Again, we'll be getting a lot of answers in the last story, but this is Final Haunt. It's the only one of the Stage 6s with the word final in them. I think they all should have been. Chaos Control! Oh. Have to do that. My family is at danger. One of the annoying gimmicks about Final Haunt, though, is that, like Central City, you need to use one of those vacuum weapons in order to pull out these blocks so that you can actually platform through the actual level itself. When you're paired up with Sonic, you always want to take a specific route because of the way the mission structure is. When you're in the Dark Mission, you have to flip these switches in order to block off pathways and take these bat creatures to fly around the caves. And you have to flip all 4 switches in order for the Dark Mission to be successfully completed. In order to complete the Hero Mission, you have to make sure you flip none of those switches and take the other alternate routes, and most of these alternate routes involve you using one of the vacuum weapons to pull out platforms and use them to get higher through the level and stuff. It's only annoying because, like, every time you grab a weapon that you really enjoy, you have to ditch it for that vacuum weapon for some platforming and such, and and that's never fun. But that is a switch we need for the Dark Mission. That's keeping the blue force field on the left there, and we don't want to flip that switch. If you flip that switch and you decide to go on having flipped that switch, you will make it to the goal ring and find that there is a shield blocking you from the goal ring. And then you have to backtrack and re-flip the switch you already flipped. So when you're on the Hero Mission, you absolutely do not want to flip any of the switches by accident because you're rapidly firing in the air like a madman. And if you're doing the Dark Mission, well then you have to flip all the switches. So, it's very specific indeed. Again, you use these vacuum weapons to pull out all the blocks. So one thing I haven't mentioned about Shadow the Hedgehog yet, a common misconception people who've never played the game constantly hear is that this game has 326 endings, apparently. But that's not the case. It's not 326 endings. There are only 10 endings in the game. Shadow the Hedgehog has 326 pathways. That means there are 326 ways in which you can play this game. It all depends on the order of the levels you take, Like if I go Hero Dark, Hero Dark, Hero Dark, that's a pathway. If I go Hero Dark, Hero Dark, Hero, that's a pathway. If I go Hero Dark, Hero Dark, Dark, that's a pathway. Chaos Control! La 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 la! Had to do it. Okay, even it's starting to annoy me now. I'm sorry. Now you gotta wall jump pretty damn specifically here. Bottomless pit below you, never fun. But these pathways, there are 326 pathways, and the writers of this game, good lord, they must have been having the most annoying time of their lives having to name all these pathways, because each pathway has a title. You know. And it's kind of ridiculous. Do you get anything for getting all 326 pathways? No, you do not, other than being called a goddamn loser on the internet. Why would you play through Shadow the Hedgehog 326 times? Even if you go once a day, that's a whole year and another day. I mean, Jesus Christ. No one has the... I mean, I would never have the patience to play through this whole fucking game more than like 50 times, let alone 300. Good God. The only thing worth mentioning about these title things is that, you know how Sonic pairings go? Like, you want to see certain characters paired up together as love interests and whatever. You know, Sonic and Amy, you make up a name for them, Son Amy. Some people want to see Shadow and Amy paired together, Shat Amy. One of the pathways in this game is called the Miracle of Love. And that pathway is dark, dark, hero, 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 hero. So Shadow was going dark until a certain mission in which he went all hero from that point onwards. And that mission was Cryptic Castles, and the hero mission was helping out Amy Rose and helping her find Cream the Rabbit and Cheese the Chow. And that pathway was titled the Miracle of Love. So a lot of people use that as some kind of Shat Amy love thing and Chaos Control. Ah! Oh my god, it's so fast. Had to do that. Had to do that. Absolutely had to do that. So yeah, it's just worth mentioning. If I have a preferred pathway in this game at all, it would be Dark Hegemony. Look it up, kids. Just because I figured I'd name one. But yeah, we're in Final Hunt. It's pretty much exactly the same as the Black Comet level was, except there aren't so many slime pools around, so you don't actually use air saucers to get around, but a lot of the architecture and a lot of the level design is pretty much the same for the most part. You have lots of those elite alien commando type guys who give you really great guns and such. There's lots of slime pathways which you have to spin dash in order to get from point A to point B. The only enemy here are aliens, so it's pretty hard to fill up your Chaos Blast meter. In fact, for the Dark Mission, you're pretty much expected to not attack anything unless you really have to. Sonic is the only partner, by the way, I think I mentioned this before, but Sonic is the only partner who can actually do the homing attack. When you're controlling your partner character with the two-player controller, you pretty much can only jump into people, so, you know. Sonic can actually homing attack, and if you have someone playing the game with you, he might be a little bit of a help taking out these aliens with you.
It might just be a decoy to track us, but it's our only clue we have right now. Guess we'll just have to follow it.
Chaos Control! Had to do that. Had to do that. I'm so sorry. But hey, we're finally getting to the end of this thing, guys. We're on ending number 9. We'll be seeing ending number 10 at the end of this video. This is the last of these optional stages. Once I'm done with this level, we're moving on to the last story, where every plot detail is revealed and we finally get to the end of this damn thing. Hey, I'm excited. So if you haven't flipped any of the switches, there is the goal ring. Everything is all hunky-dory. So let's go beat up Black Doom.
So we meet at last, Black Doom. You're the one responsible for all this villainy.
You've done well, Shadow. I'm very impressed you made it this far.
Black Doom, your rule ends here, and it ends now!
So you're behind all this. Like it or not, the game's over.
Fools. The Black Arms are more than superior. We are perfect. Do you really think you have any real chance of defeating us?
It's you who should be scared, Black Doom. I made a promise to Maria to save the planet she loved so much, and I will!
Then get ready to die. Let me show you the ultimate power in the universe. Now I will show you just how pitiful you inferior life forms are.
This is it! Let's end this once and for all!
Alrighty, folks, so we're at Black Doom. Right now I'm actually holding one of those grenade launcher type weapons. As I've said before, grenade launchers do not home in on enemies, so I wouldn't actually use that for Black Doom all that much. Again, he shoots his projectile attacks, and after he shoots them, he will then be available to be beaten up. And while he's shooting his attacks, he will be transparent and invisible, and you cannot damage Black Doom. So you have to kind of wait for his attacks to happen, and then you can start attacking him. When you get all your chaos energy, don't activate chaos control, because if he's transparent and you're slowing down time, well, then you're just going to waste your energy not hitting him. So yeah, Black Doom's pretty fun in my opinion. I like the boss fights in Shadow the Hedgehog because when you know what you're doing, they're super fast and super quick, you know? If you do boss fights wrong and they drag out way too long, I really hate replaying them, you know? Dark Gaia from Sonic Unleashed, hate it. Always hate having to replay that stupid fucking boss fight. That 20-minute fucking snooze fest. But I digress, I'm just saying. I like the boss fights in Shadow. It's a good part of the game.
Maria loved this planet. I will not let you destroy it.
So it's time for the pure hero ending. Huzzah!
Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds.
Shadow. This isn't over yet. The Black Arms will rise again.
Let's do this!
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, and I made a promise that I intend to keep. With the power of these emeralds, Black Doom and his army are finished! This is who I am!
What?
Shadow, the humans have somehow detected our comet's presence. Activate the shields and keep the comet safe from attacks.
So as you can see, you flip the switch, a red shield blocks off the Sonic pathway, and now you can take these bat creatures to go through the alternate space shooter levels. Again, shooting these alien creatures kind of gives you a good score, which kind of hurts your dark rating at the end of the dark mission. So I'm just going to fly through it and, you know, hopefully nobody shoots me. Even though I'm helping them activate the shields, they're all firing at me. Black Doom, call off your lapdogs, for fuck's sake. Oy, oy, oy. I love how Shadow goes like, with the power of these emeralds, Black Doom and his army are finished. This is who I am. What? You didn't say anything about who you were. You just said you were going to use the emeralds to kill Black Doom and his minions. I mean, it's... What? And again, guys, you know, the last story, what we're going to see in part 23, that's the only thing that really counts story-wise. The only thing that's going to be canon is that Shadow gets all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds, and that he made it onto the Black Comet. As for everything else that happens, who fucking knows? The reason I did the playthrough the way I did, where I just went level by level, is because I really just like to think that everything kind of happened. You know, the conversation with the gun commander is assumed to have happened, and it's one of the stage 6s, but, you know, Shadow doesn't end up on the Black Comet in that ending, and he ends up really emo in the hero ending, and in the dark ending he wants to protect the Ark or whatever. So it's really ambiguous what happens in the story. It's just safe to assume that anything plot important probably happened, except for the fact that, you know, Shadow leads an android rebellion and takes over the Earth, or he turns emo, or any of this junk, you know. Like it really matters anyway. This game just rehashes all the stuff we already know from Sonic Adventure 2. But I digress. This whole section, the reason I was stuck here is because I actually had to activate this switch and shoot at it in order to open that blue door and make it all red. Or it was red at first, and then I had to shoot it to make it all blue and open up. And then you got parts like this where I have no choice but to shoot the black arms because they're kind of in my way and the platforms won't lower and take me where I need to go until I shoot them. Don't get why the level design is like that. Really don't. And one last time, well, not one last time, but Chaos Control! Ah! Had to do that. There's way too much Chaos Control going on in this video. I'm so sorry. As for how much is left in this LP, we got the last story. I have multiplayer vids I need to show off. And then there's going to be one extra video, but that's about it. So we're almost done this thing. I know everyone wants me to move on. Or at least some of you want me to move on, because Shadow's such a awful game. Oh god. I love when Shadow gets hit while on the bat and he just does that whole flip and he's hanging on with the one arm and such. That's pretty fun. I likes that. But anywho, good news, folks. We are finally done all of the missions at long last. See, because I flipped the switches, those pathways are blocking off the goal ring. So if you flip even one switch in the hero mission, you're pretty much going to have to backtrack. But that's the dark mission. We're done. Good God.
I will not allow anyone to set their hand on Black Doom.
So is Shadow gonna turn evil now? Let's find out.
Shadow, why are you siding with those black creatures?
Siding with them? You're joking, right? I'm just siding with whoever goes up against you. This time you're going down, Sonic.
If that's how it's gonna be, Shadow, then bring it on!
Just say when.
Alright! You ready to do this? Come on!
Alright, Sonic. Defend yourself.
Shadow just wants to fight Sonic just cuz. And for some reason the gun commander's here. Even though we've established that no gun forces are here at all, Diablon is here. Again! Sonic and Shadow should be fighting each other mano-y-mano. We didn't need a gun commander boss fight. Okay, maybe we had a gun commander boss fight. That would have been... He should have replaced Flying Dog and Blue Falcon. That would have been a good idea. But when it came to the final confrontation, it should just be Sonic, you know? It's just, thematically, I think it's better for Shadow to fight Sonic on his own because, you know, fighting Sonic with a giant robot, that's not the final confrontation we wanted. I'm not against the idea that Shadow will beat Sonic in this game, because he can beat him in Sonic Adventure 2, and I had no problem with it in Sonic Adventure 2. Shadow has guns, he has 6 Chaos Emeralds in his possession. I'm not saying he can't beat Sonic, I'm saying it's fucking cheapening to his character to beat him while he's paired up with a giant fuck you robot who has a force shield and laser beams and such. You know, when Shadow's bothering attacking this robot, Sonic could be fucking jumping into Shadow from the back, homing attacking him and stuff. When Shadow's focusing on Sonic, this robot could be shooting lasers at Shadow. It's just, you know, this... We don't actually activate Chaos Control during this boss fight, by the way. So it's not like we're slowing down time to beat these two up. Maybe if that was a plot element for the, or a gameplay element of the boss fight where we had to slow down time in order to win the battle, I'd be cool with it. But it's not actually a gameplay element either. We have to use Chaos Blast and stuff. I don't know, call me a nitpicker, I just don't think that Diablon was needed. I don't think Gun Commander should have been involved in these boss fights at all. But hey, what do I know? Because so many people love this game, and I'm apparently in the wrong for saying this is a bad game. You kids.
It's do or die, Sonic the Hedgehog.
So finally, the last non-canonical ending number 10.
Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds.
Man, I didn't think you had it in ya.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, and now I am the most powerful hedgehog in the world. The power of these emeralds makes me invincible. I am the ultimate hedgehog. This is who I am.
Congratulations, Shadow. You're the ultimate hedgehog on the planet. Truly, that is something everyone aspires to be. I am the ultimate hedgehog. Oh, that's super. So folks, that's all the non-canonical ending number 10s. The next video, part 23, will be the last story. The thing you unlock from getting all 10 of these endings. For reals, we're getting the true ending of the game. We're getting some answers. Everything's going to be revealed now, at long last. We're getting to the end of it. But now to close off this video, the theme song you get for doing the Pure Hero level, Final Haunt, at the end of the credits, you would hear All Hail Shadow. This is performed by Magnify. They actually remixed this version for Sonic 06, and Crush 40 does All Hail Shadow in Sonic 06, and that's my preferred version, but I'm sure a lot of people prefer the Magnify version. Either way, All Hail Shadow, Magnify, enjoy it. I'll see you in part 23.